My dear friends, we have another beautiful opportunity of getting together with family and friends as we celebrate Thanksgiving Day. And I hope that you will all have a beautiful Thanksgiving. I hope you will enjoy that day because it is fitting that we celebrate it because we have so much to be thankful for. And the Sunday before Thanksgiving, we celebrate the feast of Christ the King of our hearts. When Jesus was nailed to the cross, he didn't look very much like a king. His crown was made of thorns, and his kingly appearance was hidden by the deep wounds caused by a relentless and pitiless whipping. Yet a dying criminal begins to believe. The good thief, as we call him, never witnessed a miracle of Jesus that we know of, or even heard Jesus talk. He simply saw a body that was really suffering so deeply, the body of a man about to die, and yet he spoke of Jesus about his kingdom with reverent and trusting faith. And Jesus promised him a place in heaven. What difference does Jesus make? For those who believe, Jesus makes all the difference between death and life, between darkness and light, between heaven and hell. We know the good thief had come to believe in Jesus because of his dying request. Remember me when you come into your kingdom. Throughout his gospel story of Jesus, Luke shows Jesus as the messenger of God's forgiveness to outcasts. In all his words and miracles, Jesus showed a strong preference for sinners, and he continued to do so to his dying breath. We can have forgiveness and an eternity with God if we just follow the lead of a dying criminal and turn to Jesus in faith. The crucified Jesus seems to be the helpless victim of hate and violence. The crowd taunts him and ridicules him. The religious leaders who engineered his death said, "He saved others. Let him save himself if he is the Christ of God." But Jesus chose the way of self-sacrifice and remained on his cross. His hope was that people could be persuaded to follow his way of life. Jesus was sure that it was the only way. He bet his life on it. And once again, history showed that those who used force to sway others have come and gone, but Jesus is still here, preaching his gentle way of persuasion. If there is any genuine goodness in us, it was not pounded into us. It was drawn out in response to something or someone lovely and right. We will recall in our younger days how we attempted to imitate someone who influenced us. Some of us were blessed to have been reared by parents who used very little coercion. In fact, now that we are grown, we cannot even remember any coercion. But we do remember our mother, who smiled when we did well and commended us and told us how proud she was of us. We remember a father who was strong but gentle. He corrected us occasionally, but rarely with a harsh voice or an angry face. Mostly, he modeled for us the kind of behavior he expected of us. And we did not so much learn to obey rules as to absorb attitudes. In Jesus, we see not only a king who suffers and dies to reconcile us to the Father, but also a king who rises again. And in this resurrection, we have hope that we too will rise again. We are linked with the good thief, as well as with countless others who have lived faithful lives. And we are linked with each other. We all need God's mercy. We need the kingdom of God offered to us, where Jesus is king and where our God reconciles us and brings us his peace through his son's death on the cross. Let us never forget that the price of this kingdom is the cross. God bless you, your family and friends. Have a happy Thanksgiving.